all began one evening when my dear old grandpappy gave me his old farm. Years later, deciding I've had enough of office life, I packed up and moved to Stardew Valley. When I first arrived in the valley, I met Robin, who showed me the massive amount of work that would be required to clean up the farm. Then, a quick introduction to Mayor Lewis. I sat there wondering why he was in my house. On day one, I arose from bed early to take on the world. We began clearing debris and preparing the field. I patiently waited outside the local shop. I sold my parsnip seeds and bought 13 potatoes, returning home to plant our brand new Irish spuds. Exploring Pelican Town was next on my list, starting with the beach where we found a clam, a mussel, and our first archaeological spot, which contained our first lost book. We then started making our way north to look for forage. I found only a single dandelion by the community center. Near the mountain lake, I found 2 leeks and leveled up foraging. On the way home, I spotted a horseradish that I would come back for as there was an inventory to sort out first. So we got to chopping some trees to collect enough wood for a chest, right there. Then grabbed the horseradish. Next was checking the cindersap forest. I only found 2 daffodils, so I decided to return to the farm and mine rocks to hopefully get a mining level before the mines open. Planted 2 mixed seeds, then said goodnight to the valley, getting a single foraging level for the day. We woke up on day 2 to a letter from Pierre telling me about his backpack upgrade. And Willie informed us that he was back in the valley from a fishing trip. Watered our crops, planted some spring seeds, then made our way to the beach to greet Willie. Hey. During our conversation, Willie gave us our first fishing rod, his goal being to keep the great sport of fishing alive. I fished to my heart's content, finding a sea jelly in a bubble spot, using all my energy, then went home and ate food to mine rocks for a couple of hours. Spending the rest of the day looking for forage, saying hello to Sebastian, finding only a single daffodil by the community center, and cutting away at the weeds. Wrapping up the day with dreams of fishing and mining level 1. Waking up on the 3rd day in the valley to see it was raining and the weeds had done damage to the farm, we scared off a crow. Get out of here! Then went to the ocean to fish, saying hello to Willie as we fished the morning away. Then at around 3 p.m. I sold my first round of fish. Continuing to fish at a water spot awarded us with an eel on day 3. Nice. Oh, you are a quick boy. What do we got with you? Is this halibut? Oh, it's an eel! Dude, eel on day 3 is crazy. Selling fish before Willie's closed, I did something that would haunt us later on. I fished till exhaustion, returned home, and put some of the fish in the shipping bin. Then spent the rest of the day looking for forage, finding 3 dandelions, a horseradish, and a daffodil. Rounding off the day by sorting my inventory. On the morning of day 4, Robin was telling us about a well she could build us. I watered our crops and picked a couple of carrots ready for harvest, as well as making the crop field bigger. I proceeded by clearing out more farm debris and mining rocks on the farm. After circling Pelican Town looking for forage, I gave Haley a daffodil I found near her. Haley, come here. I want to give you this. Yes, for me, thank you. Of course. I had no idea what I was trying to do that afternoon. I found some spring onions and horseradish in the cindersap forest, but after that just walked around the map like, why am I cutting these weeds down? Eventually I wised up and at least cleared weeds on the farm. And that's how the rest of the day was spent. When we stepped outside in the morning of the 5th, Marty was at our door asking about a cat. I of course took him in and named him Bubba. We got Bubba in the house. How can I say no to a face like that? Well, Bubba, you be a good kitty now. I then started watering my crops as I wanted to get a jump start on the mines. We were greeted by Marlin, the head of the local adventurers guild. He warned me it was dangerous and gave me a sword to defend myself with. A sword! I spent most of the day in the mines, gathering resources and making it down 15 levels. Nah, bro. 15 levels in one day is actually obscene. I returned home to store my inventory, sell some crops, and finish the day clearing the farm of more weeds. Getting level 2 mining and 200 gold for the day. Day 6, it was another rainy day. Thank you, RNGesus. Clint had stopped by in the morning to give me a blueprint for a furnace, then swiftly off to the mines to farm some slimes to complete Marlin's 10 slime challenge. Quickly finding a monster 4, allowing me to finish Marlin's quest after some resets and join the Adventurers Guild. Finished off the day by collecting some forage, then off to bed, getting both Combat 1 and 2. On day 7, there was a petite patch of potatoes to pick. Watered the crops. Then while heading into town, Lewis had a long conversation with us about the community center. I'll keep this place unlocked from now on. Maybe you can help catch the rat if you have some extra time. Giving us a tour while letting us know we can come by anytime. Continuing where we left off, I bought 30 potatoes, then got them planted and watered. Then went back and bought 16 more potatoes for whatever reason. After taking care of all the potatoes, I went into town to check out the museum. I met Gunther, who explained he would like our help returning the museum to its former glory and donate items while we're living in the valley. Bang! Returning home, I planted some cauliflower I got from donating and worked myself to exhaustion, getting farming level 1 and level 2 foraging to complete the day. Woke up on day 8 fresh as a spring daisy with no energy loss because of the levels last night. So I started the daily chores of watering my crops. Then, after reading a letter from the local wizard, I decided to go say hello and ask about the letter. Yo, let's go say what's up to this weird Rasmodius feller. He seemed nice and even offered me some tea he was making in bulk. I took one sip and started seeing floating pine trees. Man, what did he put in that tea? After that experience, I thought it best to clear my head with some foraging in the Cindersap Forest, stopping by the community center to complete the spring foraging bundle. Returning home to craft 2 furnaces and start smelting ores, and adding all the mixed seeds from the bundle to the crop field. At some point, I had picked up a quest to deliver a herring to Linus, so I went to the beach to fish for one to give him. Oh, and a fish level up. Was that? I think that was the herring. Catching an iridium herring and getting a level up at the same time on the first cast was awesome, so I kept fishing as I wouldn't have to worry about exhaustion anymore. Before heading home, I stopped by Linus's tent to give him that herring he'd requested. Oh, that looks fresh. I'll be eating good tonight. Yes, you will. And it's a gold star, gold quality. Grabbing a horseradish before retiring for bed and getting fishing level 3. I woke on day 9 with forage to gather, a reminder I still didn't have a scarecrow, and a letter from Robin informing me we had a kitchen upgrade for the farmhouse. I watered all my crops, and with my remaining energy I decided to fish at the ocean, getting a sea jelly today. Around 5 p.m. returning home, I decided to craft and place a scarecrow. I also made a field snack to farm more wood to make another chest, helping me to be a bit more organized. Wrapping up day 9, I also made 784 gold from miscellaneous stuff I had sold. Day 10 was another rainy day, so no watering crops. Woohoo! Grabbed 3 potatoes, then off to the ocean for more of every Stardew Valley player's favorite activity. No, not foraging. Fishing! After some time, I remembered I hadn't checked the help wanted board. Abigail wanted a horseradish to prank her dad. After not being able to find her, I decided to spend the rest of the day progressing in the mines, making it to floor 30 before running out of energy, using the rest of the time in the day to smelt bars and refine quartz. Day 11 started with Robin telling us about her lost axe that she had misplaced, then onto the daily chores. Spent my remaining energy fishing. Now that's a big sardine. Going home to put some fish in the shipping bin and clear out debris, getting fishing level 4 while we slept. There was a lot going on the morning of the 12th. It was raining again, yippee! The bookseller was in town, and Lewis told us about tomorrow's egg festival. Since it was raining, I decided to use all my excess energy in the mines, making a pit stop at home to clean out my inventory for more progress to that sweet, sweet star drop, and having some weird issues. Bro, get out from inside of me. Only to return home after working too hard. Kitty. Oh yeah, baby, look at all those potatoes. After the harvest, I saw that Mom had sent some cookies in the mail. I watered the remaining crops, then went into town to see what all the egg festival fuss was about. When I walked into town, I could see the entire town vibrant with egg festival spirit, and I bought 20 strawberries from Pierre. Look, Ma, I'm a bunny! After saying hello to everyone, I began the egg hunt. Being new to the valley, I was determined to win this thing first time around. My eggs. Hold your breath. And now, the winner of this year's egg hunt. Drumroll, please. Unsweetie! Woo! Not like there's really any surprise, even a little bit. Making sure to get the strawberries planted and watered before bed. Hey, level 2 farming, and look at the money. 4 bands. Day 14, I woke up very happy with yesterday's efforts and put it to good use with a variety of seeds from Pierre's, accidentally overspending causing me to be unable to afford the backpack upgrade. Returning home to plant and water all the new additions to our ever-growing empire, I decided I would fish to get the money needed for the backpack upgrade. Also finding a seashell, clam, and archaeology spot. Caught a couple of herrings, sold them, then got our upgrade. I returned home to sort my inventory. Before bed, I learned coleslaw, then called it a day early and got foraging level 3. We can go to bed anyways. Day 15 started with a field of forage for harvesting, watering my crops, and giving Haley a daffodil. While making my way to the Cindersap Forest, I got a cutscene with Jazz and Vincent playing near the town's sewer pipe. Why is it locked? I want to explore the sewers. I think Gunther has the key. Ain't nothing but a thing. Okay, maybe not. I'm scared. Run. After some reflection while foraging, I don't think I want to know what made that noise. Emptied my inventory back at home, then went to the mines to get copper, as I know I'll need a lot later on. Leaving the mines at 10 p.m. with a measly 11 copper. Finishing off the day with some inventory management and a crop fairy. Oh, does a fairy come through? Oh, hit the strawberries, please. Hit the strawberries. Really? You hit one bean sprout? And level 3 mining. Day 16 started with Pierre letting us know he would be selling fertilizer. Then on to harvesting some green beans, cauliflower, and grabbing the rest of the spring crops bundle. Swiftly making my way to the community center and completing the spring crops bundle. Nice. Getting speed, grow, and a cute Junimo cutscene as our reward. I then returned home to get started on the chores. Afterwards deciding to relax with a little fishing at the Great Mountain Lake. Fishing till I was out of energy. Went home to sell some things and empty my inventory, ending the day early and getting level 4 farming and 1700 gold. On day 17, I quickly did my chores before making my way to the mines, grabbing salmon berries along the way. Salmon berries are in season right now and are a good early game source of health and energy. Starting at level 30, in just 2 hours we made it to floor 35, making for some excellent progress. That works too. By 5:30 I'd made it to floor 40, getting the slingshot. The best part of reaching floor 40 is we can now get iron, bringing us one step closer to our late game money making strategy. At 6:10 p.m. I ate my last salmon berries, spent the rest of my energy trying to find one more ladder. Leaving the mines at 6:40, unsuccessful in finding another ladder, but we still made it 14 levels. That's 3 days of mining that we have made it more than 10 levels. Nothing to scoff at, that's for sure. Returning home to plant some carrots I found and clear out my inventory before bed. Day 18 began with a plentiful patch of parsnips for picking. We're gonna need more parsnips. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more parsnips. I also realized we need a lot more parsnips, as I want to get the 5 gold parsnips for the quality crops bundle. I watered the crops and went straight to Pierre's for instant profit, the best kind of profit. I was also given a cutscene of a dark, shady figure. Oh, that's just Morris. Morris, ahem. What could you possibly want? Come and get it, folks. Coupons for 50% off your purchase at Joja Mart. 50%? Well, any takers? What a slimy business practice. After watching something so slimy, I decided to show Pierre some support by buying the parsnips I needed and what I came here for. I just want to make sure that we get enough of the gold parsnips. Leaving Pierre's, I accepted a quest to slay 4 frost jellies. I had also brought 5 copper to upgrade my pickaxe. Spending some time river fishing, then on down south for some ocean fishing, using the majority of my energy. I went to the community center to donate some fish I'd caught. I didn't use all my energy fishing as I knew we still had parsnips to plant and water before bed. Getting our second crop fairy. Nice! Let's go! The best possible spot it could have been. And level 5 fishing while we slept. Day 19 began with Jody making a request for a cauliflower. Looking at our crop field, feeling incredibly blessed for all the crops to harvest. Already getting strawberries? I wasn't expecting to have them this soon. Finished up the farm chores with some watering while I pondered the fairy luck this spring. 2 fairies in spring is nuts. Afterwards, I went into town to drop off a crab at the community center and some other miscellaneous museum items. Other gems? See, you can go here. Get a reward that would prove to be very useful later on. Thank you. I then very patiently waited outside Haley's house to give her a daffodil. Only for her to ignore me. Haley is ignoring me. I don't know what came over me, but from 12 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. I cleared farm debris. I also did some other things like make more preserving bins and making coal, marking for the end of day 19. Hello, foraging level 4. Day 20 began with a notification that my copper pickaxe was ready and the greenhorn achievement popping from the 1500 we raked in last night, pushing us over the 15,000 total gold needed. Jumping right into the watering and harvesting of crops, as the crop fairy blessing us gave me a reason to start working on this earlier, all for that delectable jelly profit. After sorting my inventory, I grabbed our geodes and began making my way to Clint's. With 2,600 gold and a new pickaxe, it made for a perfect time to open some geodes, getting us quite a few donations. Returning home to empty my inventory again before hitting the mines. There were so many dust sprites today. Bunch of free dust sprites kills too. Hopefully we get the lucky ring soon. As I just mentioned, one of the minor goals for this playthrough is to get the burglar's ring early to help me with quests, farming things like coal and coffee later on. This is just one of 4 minor goals for the playthrough. We'll get to the major goals later on. At 8:30 p.m. I was unable to find another ladder, deciding it was time to leave. Okay, I will stop. I don't want to get trapped. I returned home to empty my inventory and saw how full my chests had become, so I added another, then off to bed to pick Tiller from farming level 5 and level 3 combat. Tiller. Day 21 had a few things going on. First thing in the morning, it was raining. We learned radish salad. Make sure to watch our queen of sauce. Radish salad. Mom sent us 500 gold in the mail. Dear and sweet tea, it's been so long since I heard from you, dear. Things are the same as ever back home. I miss you very much. Love, Mom. P.S. An envelope with some money Grandpa left for you. Ooh, thanks, Grandpa. Man, he really looked out. He gave us the farm and still sent us $500 extra just in case. Almost a month in. What a guy. And I decided to fish outside the museum before it opened, catching my first catfish. Once it was 9 a.m., I donated my donations. Then I made my way to Willie's to buy a new fiberglass fishing pole and try to catch another eel. By 1 p.m. I was unsuccessful, and with a full inventory I called it there. After a quick inventory dump, I remembered it was Sunday and I needed to check the traveling merchant. Ooh, so much to buy. Finished the day fishing in the Cindersap Forest, getting 1,000 gold for the effort. Beginning the day as usual with crops to harvest and water. Afterward, I went to the mountain lake for a little fishing. While we were fishing, we got an amazing chest, making me a believer in the power of fishing treasure. Nice. What? What is this? That's crazy. What? Thank you. This was so amazing to find. The Neptune glaive carries us through the mine's early game. After all that excitement, I was a bit low on energy, so I spent the day clearing farm of debris, smelting ore, and wrapping up the day with fishing level 6 and nearly 3,000 gold. Day 23 started with a letter from Mayor Lewis telling me about the flower dance happening tomorrow. I then harvested some strawberries, watered the crops, cleared out more farm debris before heading to Robin's to commission a coop, only to realize that I'm an idiot. She is not there on Tuesdays. Around 11 p.m., we dropped by Haley's to deliver a gift, only to get turned into a meme.
And you are wearing his merchandise!
Finished the day caving, making it nearly to floor 50. 10 floors with half a day and half a bar of energy. Impressive if I do say so myself. Returning home to smelt some bars before the end of the day. Day 24 began as usual with the watering and the picking of the crops. Checked the mailbox before grabbing wood and stone to again try and visit Robin, forgetting about the flower dance already. After that embarrassment, I did the walk of shame to the flower dance. After arriving at the flower dance, I purchased the tub of flowers recipe and the rare crow. I got painfully rejected by Haley to be my dance partner. Ew, no, okay, well. That's awkward. That's awkward. So I decided to just enjoy the festival with everyone else. sold some jelly, and used the rest of my energy before bed. Day 25 began with the strawberry and green bean harvesting. I added 2 more preserve bins to the ever-growing jelly factory. Then it was time for the mines, in the name of progress, of course. On floor 47, a single slime dropped me the monster compendium. The monster compendium with the burglar's ring I mentioned earlier makes slaying monsters one of the most potentially lucrative endeavors in the whole game. At 6 p.m. on floor 54, I was out of energy and called it there, as I wanted to save the crystal fruit I had found for the community center. I went home, did some important chores, then hit the hay. Hey. Mining level 4, baby. We started day 26 with a small cauliflower harvest and watering the crops. Then filling our inventory with donations from both the community center and the museum, completing the blacksmith bundle and a significant donation to the lake fishing bundle. I was pretty disappointed we didn't get anything else for everything we donated to the museum. Man, that's all we got? Really? Figured we would have got a 2 there. Oof. That's tough. Afterwards, I went to the mines as I still had the burglar's ring, star drop, and floor 120 on my mind. At 9:30 p.m. on floor 65, I had a full inventory and decided to head home. That makes 3 days of progressing 15 levels, and I love it. Went home to have a very satisfying time cleaning out our inventory, and added the furnace we got from the blacksmith bundle to the furnace array. Started another batch of iron, then off to bed. Day 27 had our last harvest of strawberries. Thank you, crop fairies. Harvested and watered everything and got another farming level. At 8 a.m., I was around the river going through town to check on my crab paw and catch a sunfish.
Hooray!
Returning home to do more farm chores and add 5 more preserve bins to the farm. Then popped by the community center to donate that sunfish. Afterwards, making my way to the mines. After one floor, I wasn't feeling it, so I fished at the mountain lake instead. After having a good fishing session, we made our way home, giving Linus a gift on the way. I emptied the old inventory, then went back to the community center to donate a chub I had also caught. I then spent some time wandering around the village, saying hello to villagers, digging up worms, and fishing at some of the bubbles in the Cindersap forest. I only caught a single bream before the bubbles disappeared, but that was okay, I could still donate it to the community center. Hey, farming level 6! Now we can make quality sprinklers, and another 1,000 gold. Sunday the 28th began with a Queen of Sauce episode. You can rest assured I am checking the TV every day for luck and every Sunday for those Queen of Sauce recipes. Since it was the last day of the season, I wasn't concerned with watering my crops, so I did some jelly things and cleared out more farm debris. I also donated the bream and solar essence to the community center. On my way to the museum, I stopped by Clint's for some geode cracking, getting lots more to donate. I gotta say, the museum is looking really good so far. I'm really happy with the progress made. I also stopped by the traveling merchant only to be disappointed. Then off to the mines for the rest of the day. Nothing too crazy happened, but we did make some decent progress towards the Dust Sprite Slayer goal. Stopping by the Adventurers Guild before heading home to check our progress. Hey, 128 out of 500, not bad. After that, I went home to say goodnight to our first season in Stardew Valley. Spring had blessed us.